Okay, what's up guys? We're here at Derby Cards and Games. We did a 3v3 tournament today. We got second place. I went X2 for all my rounds. I only lost twice. Once in the finals and once right before the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. I played SPRIGHT again today. The list is all the same, but I'll just re-show it. And then I'll also show you combo tutorials. And also explain. I gotta show the combo tutorial because they've been asking online, okay? And then I'll also explain why I play certain cards. Alright, we're gonna start with it. It's 40 cards clean, by the way. So we got triple Fenrir. This card, the moment you summon it, it applies pressure to the board. Not only that, say if you just draw this with any other level 2 and you don't draw anything else, you can still go into sprint and full combo. Then you got triple blue. Out of all the SPRIGHT monsters you want to see, this is the best one because it gets you to like your missing piece, or if you want to get a red negate or carrot for the spell and trap negate. Triple jet. Jet's the best because it lets you search Gamma Burst for OTK for when you're going second, or lets you search starter so you can extend your plays, or double cross to get your double Omni through Toe or Herald out. One red for the monster negate, one carrot. I don't like playing multiples of those guys. And then I got triple Swap Frog. I don't gotta say more. Toad is totally awesome. We dumped the Mirror Mage off of it, which gives us the Toad. Shit. And then we also got triple Beaver, double Angler. Wouldn't change the ratios. Sometimes you draw one of these. Sometimes you draw both. And it's like, shit, you gotta get the Swap Frog. And then Gigantic, and then Swap Frog bounce back to hand. Discard this, the special summon. Unless you're just better and you draw a Swap Frog for turn. Then I run the one Melfi and Caddy. People don't run this. I'm telling you guys, you need to run this. This right here is a walking macrocosmos, Omni, and a monster negate, and can attack. It is a must. Triple Ash, we only play this for Chummy. No other reason, just Chummy. They try to Chummy you? No, you're not drawing off my summons. We're also playing triple Joel. Joel stops all those decks that add 1,000,000 times. Against certain matchups, honestly, I take it out sometimes. It's very situational. It's very good against certain decks, but if they just draw like really good, they can play through it and it doesn't hurt as much. So it's a lingering one, so it's very powerful compared to other hand traps. You need to play impactful hand traps. I also run the 3 shifter. So people keep asking me about the shifter. If I win the die roll and I go first, and if I know my opponent is playing Snake Eye Fiendsmith or Yubel Fiendsmith or something that has to go to grave and it's a very grave reliant deck, I look at my hand, debating on my hand. Say if I have Fenrir and I can get into my Melfi package with like 1 red or 1 carrot and a double cross, I'll drop the shifter on my opponent because then they can't play. But if I can't get to that, I'm not going to drop the shifter because I want to just make my full combo board by sending the Angler and the Ice Barrier card to grave to establish a big board where they just can't play. But I mainly play shifter for going second. I repeat, going second. When you drop this on any of your opponents that is a grave reliant deck, the turn is basically just over. The only time it's bad is when you drop it on a Tenpai player, but usually they'll shifter you first anyways. It doesn't really realistically matter. Or you shifter them, even then they make you go first anyway. So you're not going to shifter yourself, you'll debate on it. And they'll probably just shifter you or chummy you. At that point, you know they're on Tenpai most likely. Anyways, yeah. I usually side this out games 2 and 3. Well, if I'm going first or whatever. Game 2 if I'm going first or whatever. I'll side these out unless I know it just crushes my opponent down like that. Maybe I'll keep it in if I'm feeling very gimmicky. For the spells, we got triple starter. That's the best 1-card starter right there, basically. Double talents. I don't like playing 3. You don't want to brick. When it comes up, it's golly. Sometimes you draw and it even does nothing. So 2 is fine with me. The 1 call by. This is a must. This stops Joels. This stops Chummies. This stops Shifter if you want a combo. This stops Ogre for your Gigantic. So many cards it stops. The 1 spell to special summon the barrier card. The 1 Gamma Burst for OTK. So when I shift to my opponent, usually it ends their turn and they don't summon any monsters. I just go normal summon Beaver, summon Angler, special summon Blue Search Jet, overlay 1/2 Gigantic, special summon another monster, special summon Jet Search Gamma Burst, OTK. If it's just Fen, say sometimes it's Fen, Angler, and a Jet, normal special summon Fen, normal summon Beaver, negate, sure. Special summon Jet Search Gamma Burst, or if it's blue or any other monster, you can just kill them with under 4 summons, so your blue doesn't even come to play. And then the 1 trap double cross. This card, you always make this. This card is godly. It gives you the double Omni. It gives you a steal for their Fenrir. It gives you a steal for anything that threatens you. It's an amazing card. Okay. We'll go for the extra deck next, I guess. No masterpiece token. We got Zeus, Downer. Blows up the field if you can't do much. Omni Maru. This card is godly. Cards can't be destroyed by card effects. You just summon this, banish it, pop, 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 make game. Mosquito OTK. This card comes up so many times. This card is just GG. Like you OTK them and then like it's just over. Toad, you summon this. So what I do is when I usually Toad, say I Toad negate, you Toad to add back a Swap Frog if I want. Summon the Toad back with a double cross. I'll keep the Toad on the field. And I'll pitch the Swap Frog from my hand, so it's live from my opponent's turn. And I'll keep the other Swap Frog on field, so I can make a gigantic with my sprint. So it's just pure follow-up, pure gas. God, you can even add Beaver back. It's just one. Sometimes I even make a third Toad by adding it back from graveyard on my opponent's turn, depending on my hand. It's actually insane. Mannequin Cat. This card's like a third gigantic, and it can summon Herald, Arc Lord Christia. And then your opponent that plays anything Fiendsmith, they don't get to play. You just cook them. What do you think, Steven? When I summoned Christian on you that one time?
Absolutely broken.
Got it. Then we got the double gigantic. This card says no to Nibiru. All you players that keeping your Nibirus in, don't do it. We do this on the second summon, third summon, fourth summon. You're not Nibiruing us. Stop it. Take out your Bestials. Take out your Phantasmas. Take out your Nibirus. You're not playing. Stop being dumb. Okay, we got Forest. So whenever I face Tenpai, I always summon this. This is why I say you gotta play the Melfi package. Whenever they summon Chandra, or their Pydra, or their Genroku, Caddy effect bounce back. Target that monster, negate its effects, it cannot attack. It can't attack. And then you summon a Herald. They try going Kaiman, negate the Herald. They're not playing. This fire tries to summon Chandra because they control another fire. You go sprint, bounce it back. It's GG. Okay, then we got the one sprint. Do I gotta say more? It's sprint. Come on. Send the Angler, send any level 2, you get decked in, whatever you wanna do. I got the one SP. Got the one IP to take out to SP. Usually I make this when I'm going against back row decks instead of the Forest. Because I want to take out with the Swap Frog and the IP to make SP to banish one of their back rows before they go to end phase. Nightmare Phoenix for back row decks. We hate back row decks. Nightmare Cerberus comes up. Say if they shifter you, or you shifter your opponent, sorry, right? And they're going first. Sometimes, some random opponents, they make Baguska. And Baguska is actually very annoying. So you just summon 2 bodies, summon this, discard the Angler, pop the Baguska, summon 2 more bodies, and then continue to combo off. And then we got the one Omni Herald, Walking Macrocosmos. You're not discarding your Luri. You're not doing nothing. Oh, you want to play Inferno or 60 card pile? You're not doing nothing. Simple. Okay, and then for the side deck, we got the one Arc Lord Christia. This card says no all the time to any Fiendsmith decks. Triple Dark Ruler no more. This did not come up today, so I'm contemplating on cutting this out, and I'm gonna play the one Smashers. One red Resonator for time, because I did come into a time situation, and I didn't lose anything, but it's just I want to play a time card. And then the third one, maybe a Spiritual Art IOE. Spiritual Water Art IOE. It's a rip from the hand. Double Lightning Storm and Duster. For back row decks, we hate back row decks. We don't like back row decks. Pot of Prosperity. Whenever you go first, you want to dig. So these are usually my going second cards. D-Barrier. I faced a Tenpai player today. It became a grind game, okay? I couldn't push through because he went first for the game 3. So I D-Barriered him. The next turn, I established a decent board. And then I drew D-Barrier again. I D-Barrier him for the turn again, and then I proceeded to kill him. The turn after that. So D-Barrier against Tenpai is just, they're not playing. Or any fusion deck. Yubel Fiendsmith, no, you're not playing. Triple Solomon Judgment. This says no to Dark Ruler no more. So does the anti-spell. The anti-spell, I drew this in the semi-finals against my Runic White Wood opponents. And realistically, his hand wasn't the greatest, but this just said, hey, you're not playing today. Go home. You know who you are. Get cooked, boy. That's all I got to say. Okay. Now for a combo. Okay. So you guys always ask about the combos. Let's get the combos going here for you guys. Okay. So it's usually a 1-card combo. People like to go for toad, so we'll just say starter, a 1-card combo, or beaver, even swap frog. All 3 of these are a 1-card combo, okay? Depending on what you're facing and what you want to go into. But usually when I'm playing, the 1-card combo, so we'll just do starter. It's all about the same thing. So we'll go starter, in draw phase. We'll special out blue. Blue effect, we'll add jet. We'll go, oh sorry, let me do it like this. We'll go jet effect, we'll add the double cross. So now here you got a choice. Either you want to, if you want to respect Nibiru. A lot of people still play Nibiru. So me personally, I usually overlay these 2. And I make, oh what am I doing? I'm making my deck, oopsies. Make a gigantic, yeah. And I'll go gigantic effect. This one is. I'll detach the blue. Usually I'll summon, you can summon anything at this point. You can summon an angler if you want. You can summon this guy if you don't want to dump him off the swap frog. Or you can summon the swap frog itself. But the problem is if you summon the swap frog, you're not going to get your toad out. So what I'll usually do is, honestly, when it's a 1-card combo and you don't have the extra card, I usually don't go for toad. I usually just summon anybody else. So I'll just summon this guy out because this guy can get you like extra follow-up. So what you do is you go 1, 2, these 2 after. So this is your hand right now. You'll go into sprint. You go sprint effect. You'll dump an angler. Angler effect will special out 2 beavers. Okay? This is why I say play the Melfi package. You could make the toad too, but the toad package, if you do the toad version, you play into it. So we're gonna overlay 1, 2 for Melfi the Forest. We're gonna go forest effect, detach. It's gonna add us our caddy. So the 1 card now, this will summon in end phase, and then you set this as well, okay? Now the 1-card combo gets you a monster negate, a bounce, a double omni, or 1 omni and a steal. So this right here, or if they don't have anything, you could also even search follow, because this searches any beast monster. So you can search up nimble beaver from deck as well, to just combo off in your second turn, in your next turn after. Okay, and then the other one, I don't like it as much. Say if you do starter again. Okay. So say you go starter again, okay? You special summon out blue. Blue will search the jet. You special summon out the jet, right? Jet will search the trap. Okay, you're gonna go 1, 2. So this is your 3rd summon now because you're going into sprint. Now sprint will dump the angler. Where's the part? It's all here. Angler will special summon 2 beavers again. You're gonna overlay 1, 2. You're gonna make gigantic. Gigantic will detach. Summon out swap frog. Swap frog will dump the mirror mage. Mirror mage will add the spell. Where's the spell? It's in deck. It's in deck, yeah. Okay, you activate the spell. Special mirror mage back. Overlay 1, 2. You don't even have to put it in that zone. You can leave it over here if you want. It doesn't really matter. And then you're gonna summon a toad. So this is also fine, but here, so what you have here is you just have a double toad and 1 sprint bounce, or 1 toad, a sprint bounce, and a steal. The other one, this one you'll also have more bodies. So you can stand by, you can summon another swap frog. But the other combo gives you a monster negate as well with cannot attack, which I think is more powerful than this. This is cool because sure, potentially you could probably keep your Omni for the next turn as well. I still prefer the other one. Okay. Now, now people say for shifter, when I go first and I draw the shifter, if I look at my hand, where's the shifter? If I look at my hand and it's like maybe 1 starter, maybe 1 fan, depending, and I know my opponent cannot play through shifter, I'll debate whether if I want to shifter, if I shifter or not. Usually I don't. Whenever I go, like, shifter's only for if I lose die roll and I need to play a high impact hand trap, which this is. But say, you know your opponent loses to shifter and you want to keep it in, you want to be gimmicky. You keep it in, sure, okay. We go draw phase, shifter, no problem. Then we go starter. Or sorry, not what was it? Main phase, special Fen, Go starter. There's all those guys. They're all here. Special mode blue effect. Special mode jet effect. I guess we'll just add a double cross. Now here you could either add starter as well to get a spell and trap negate. I still add the double cross. It's just a steal, and like you keep your opponent off bodies basically, because you could bash one body with Fen, you can steal the next body, and the third body won't even be able to attack. So here you could go Gigantic, special mode red or carrot, or you could go Melfi. You can go effect, detach, add the caddy. So now you have a potential Omni / double Macrocosmos, because on their turn, once it's done, you'll still have the Herald usually, maybe if you still have it or not. And then on top of that, you'll have a double cross steal to attach as material, and then next turn, you just make a big fat Zeus field. That's it. And usually if they just pass turn, say if they still summon something, you could like steal it or negate it or whatever, and then you just what's it called? Fen will also search another Fen. You could also just search up Beaver with this and then combo off after. So that's what you do if you usually shifter. Usually when I do shifter, though, my hand's really good. I usually end on like this with like a Gigantic and a red or a carrot. That's usually my end board with the caddy as well. I did it today actually. This was my end board today. So one of my opponents, I had a Gigantic, caddy, and I had like a carrot over here for spell and trap negate. And that was all under shifter because my hand was like really good. So I had this whole board and I shifted. And then my opponent just couldn't play and I just won the game. Now today it also came up. What was it? What was I gonna think of? I just slipped my mind. Short-term memory lost. Shifter. Was it the shifter combo? No, it was what was it? Shit, I forgot. Okay. We'll try to go back to that. Now the last one is Dark Ruler No More. So people say like Dark Ruler No More is a card. Yes, it is. You could actually play around Dark Ruler No More. Depends on your matchup. If you're like, usually the Judgments will take care of it, and the anti-spell will take care of it, or the Talons to rip, right? But if you don't get into it, right? You could just, you do your combo, okay? And usually you'll end on a board of Sprint, because it is like a 1-2 card combo. You'll probably have a Sprint, a Toad, which I would probably summon like over here. I'll probably, instead of the Forest, you summon Mannequin Cat. You summon it right here. And then you'll usually, instead of sorry, not instead of anything, but you'll usually have a carrot or a red. Where is it? Right here, carrot and red. So you usually have these guys and a double cross set, okay? With the spell, because you summon Toad. Alright? So you'll have either one of these, and this is your board. If they Dark Ruler, let's say this is like you're going second or whatever, and they know you're playing Sprite, they want to Dark Ruler you, right? Or you're going first, and they want to Dark Ruler you, they know you're going first, so they decide it in. You make this board instead, and if you know you're facing Fiendsmith, this board just still wins. Because they'll go Dark Ruler, you'll be like, okay, they activate any spell or trap after, you go effect, tribute this for cost, right? It's cost, so it doesn't negate it, but it's cost. Then Resolution, or you can even just chain, summon it right back. The moment they summon any light, this effect will go off and summon our big boy right over here. Don't play it in the Animal Column. Boom. And that's GG right there. Because the moment they summon light, no more special summoning. On top of that, you still have all of your negates for next turn, including your bounce. So they're not, you can't even bounce because they can't even special summon. You just beat them. 2,800. They're not getting over that. It's over. Alright? That's it. Anyways, shout outs to you, Steven, for recording the duel. You're the GOAT, bro. Probably one of the best players I know. Shout outs to my 2 teammates over there. Okay? And then shout outs to Miguel for playtesting with me online all the time. Shout outs to our boy Pablo. You already know what time it is. Shout out to Roy. Roy, say what up to you too.
Hey yo!
That's it, baby.
My boy Samir.
Shout out to Rocky.
My boy Samir.
That's it. So we on Sprite. Sprite's been cooking, dominating online, dominating locals. We got second place today. Yeah, second. I'll just say it was second place. Yeah, I only lost because Double D sucks. I gotta choose my team is better next. No, they played amazing too. They played amazing too. Salty. Anyways, peace out, guys. Take care. Hold it down.